Dear friends, in this video I'd like to showcase how to set up Pentesting lab with VirtualBox. The main reason why I record this video is that some guys had some problem with the VirtualBox, especially network. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So enough talk, let's just get started. And now I'd like to head over to VirtualBox. Usually, the Pentesting lab will involve at least 2 machines. One of them would be Linux or attacking machine. And next would be our target machines, such as CTF-like machines. In this video, I just focus on the network settings. For example, I've already imported the Linux into the VirtualBox, and we can navigate to Settings, and we can go to Network tab. And as you can see, for us, we can configure up to 4 network adapters. And for each adapter, can be attached to different network. And you can, from this job done, we can configure different network modes. For example, like NAT, bridged network, internal network, host only, generic driver, NAT network, cloud network. And many times, possibly we will confuse NAT and network. Okay, so now I'd like to explain the major modes one by one. For example, like NAT, bridged network, host only, and also the NAT network. Actually, there is one very good resource or link which will be put into the description section below. So I think this resource or this page explain different modes very clearly. For example, the NAT. The NAT, this is the physical NAT network. For example, our host machine will be connected to the Wi-Fi router or any other physical network devices. And within the host PC or host machine, and if you configure the network adapter as NAT, and this means, the VirtualBox will have the virtual router. And for different, very important, for different guests will have its own virtual router. For example, for this guest, and if you configure the network adapter, and this will be connected to the virtual LAN port, and this will be the the WAN port of this virtual router. And also, if you configure another virtual machine, and this virtual machine also connect or configured as NAT, and this will be connected to another virtual router. And these 2 virtual routers are totally separate. Very important. So because the router has built-in DHCP servers, so our virtual machine can get its IP address from this virtual DHCP server of this virtual router. Okay, and similarly, this or the second guest can get its IP address from second virtual router. So even these 2 guests will be got the same IP address, but this doesn't matter because these 2 guests cannot cannot communicate with each other. This guest can connect to this router and the host and then internet. But, there will be no communication with each other between these two virtual machines. Okay, for example, like our Linux or whatever. Okay, and if you want to allow the host or any other device connect to this from outside to this virtual machine, we need to set up the port forwarding. Okay, but I think in Pentesting lab we do not need to do that. Okay, if you want to configure, in my case, I always configure Linux one of adapter as a NAT. So the Linux can use NAT interface or port to connect to the internet to update software or any other activities which require internet access. Okay, so this would be the NAT mode. And the second mode is NAT network. If you configure, this is a bit different this one. This one will not use different virtual routers. The same NAT network will use one virtual router. So all guests' machines will connect to the same virtual router. So I think, or specifically, we can understand each guest machine will be connected to the LAN port. For example, here for virtual LAN port, and this would be the WAN, like the first one. And here we'll do the NAT, the network address translation. So this would be different from this one. This all guest machine can communicate with each other. Okay, and the next go to the bridge. This would be in many cases we can use this way, and this way the all guest machines will get their IP address from the physical router or physical DHCP servers. Okay, and also can communicate with each other. Okay, so next, I'd like to ignore this internal network. If you want, you can have a look at this description. And another very important mode, for at least I think so, is host-only adapter. This one will simulate the different unmanaged switch, and we can set up a different switch and different networks. And if you connect to the same switch, and then this guest machine can communicate with each other. However, of course, this this machine cannot be connected to the outside or cannot be connected to internet. Okay, hopefully I've already explained each of major modes of VirtualBox networks clearly. Okay, so I'd like to give example now. Now the Linux, if I configure the network to the NAT, and the second is host only, and we can click OK and start. And for the second machine, I've already configured its network adapter as NAT. So it means that the both machines will be connected to separate virtual router. Of course, such virtual routers are generated by VirtualBox. So later you can see even these two machines will get the same IP address. Maybe I can, for example, we can run command ifconfig. And then you can see this is the IP address of our network adapter for this machine, for the guests, one of guests. Okay, so now if you go to the Linux, Sorry. Let's put it up. Please wait a moment. Okay, now. And I'd like to make it bigger so you can see what's going on. If you run command ifconfig, and then you can get the IP address. So you can see over here, the IP address is exactly same as this one, the Ubuntu machine. Because, this adapter is configured as NAT. And also one of one of network adapters of Canonics is also configured as a NAT. So even they are using the same IP address. So I think, if you want to host to connect to any guest machine which configure its network adapter as a NAT, I don't this is good way, because if you want to connect from the outside, for example from the host or anywhere else to the guest machine, this will not work. Okay, so what I suggest is like this one. If you want to set up a pen testing lab, for example, like a victim machine, the second virtual machine, second victim machine, and we can configure all of them as host only. So these victim machines cannot connect to internet. This would be secure, okay? Because outside cannot connect to these virtual machines or these victim machines. This can protect the security of our pen testing lab. And for the attacking machine like Canonics, we can configure to have two network adapters, and one of them we can configure it as host only. So the Canonics can use this network adapter to communicate with each other, with other CTF machines, or with victim machines. Okay, and also we need to configure the second network adapter, and this network adapter can be configured as NAT mode. So we can use this network adapter to, for example, to connect to the internet and download software, install, update the package, something like that. Okay, so that's all I'd like to do in this video. See you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.